from claymation classics to drug-addicted degenerates. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest British movie characters of all time.
Bless my soul, it's Harry Potter.
Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're celebrating some of cinema's most memorable, most iconic and most entertaining big screen fictional characters. All of today's entries specifically hail from the UK, with references made to their British backgrounds within the films in which they feature.
Oh God, I'm very worried. What if someone says, Bridget Jones, get out of here?
So, Brit characters played by non-Brit actors count. Non-Brit roles played by British actors don't. Number 10, Austin Powers, the Austin Powers series.
Do I make you horny? Randy? Do I make you horny, baby? Yeah, do I?
Although today's opener was built on a lorry load of easy British stereotypes, the finished product is actually something to be quite proud of. Canadian comic Mike Myers created Austin Powers for Saturday Night Live in the 90s, and the James Bond parody became pretty popular.
Smashing, Basil. A pimp-mobile.
The first feature film hit screens in '97, leading to some equally groovy sequels, while the likes of Johnny English and Eggsy have also given glorious alternatives to typical Brit spies. Austin's our man today.
And I'm spent. Let's go, baby.
Number 9, Billy Elliot, Billy Elliot.
Like a funny in effect. Fire! Hang on!
As the title character from a multi-award-winning British drama, Billy Elliot became an overnight icon when this film was released at the start of the century. An 11-year-old living in a working-class household in the mid-80s, he developed an unexpected talent for dance, but Billy's ballet goes against his father's expectations. The part proved an exemplary role for English actor Jamie Bell, and the story has since been adapted into an acclaimed musical running for 12 years on the West End. The soundtracks are stonker too. Number 8, Wallace and Gromit, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. All in a night's work, Mrs. Much.
Having earned their place in the public eye with a series of short films in the 90s, these unconventional animated heroes fronted their first feature-length in 2005 with The Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
We can brainwash the bunnies. Rabbit rehabilitation.
Storylines typically revolve around Wallace's latest invention, which usually goes wrong, leaving Gromit to begrudgingly clear up the mess. Created by the innovative animator Nick Park, Wallace and Gromit are stop-motion stalwarts and undisputed national treasures.
Oh, I do like a bit of gorgonzola.
Oh dear.
Number 7, Mary Poppins, Mary Poppins.
Rum punch. Quite satisfactory.
Though on the surface an archetypal English nanny, Mary Poppins is far from the typical governess. We can thank the writer P.L. Travers for putting Poppins onto paper, but the character is probably best known through the 1964 Disney film adaptation starring Julie Andrews.
Close your mouth, please, Michael. We are not a codfish.
Mary floats into Edwardian London to care for the bank's children, and as we come to see, her magical methods inspire an unforgettable adventure. Another character adapted for the stage as well, she's a cherished memory from many a childhood.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Number 6, Alex DeLarge, A Clockwork Orange.
And it was like for a moment, oh my brothers, some great bird had flown into the milk bar.
From Disney to dystopia, and a sharp change in tone for one of cinema's most infamous sociopaths. As a central figure in Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange, Alex DeLarge proved a definitive role for Brit actor Malcolm McDowell. Originally created by Anthony Burgess, of course, Alex leads his droogs on their brutal endeavour to rob, rape and terrorise a long list of victims.
That was a real kick, and good for laughs and lashings of the old, ultra-violent.
His story unfolds in a near-future society and plays out with a classical soundtrack ringing in our ears. Number 5, Bridget Jones, the Bridget Jones series.
Right, everyone, this is Bridget.
As a 30-something single woman living in London, Bridget might have become swamped by the mundanity of modern life. But thanks in large part to her famous habit for keeping a diary, she becomes the unlikely voice for a generation.
Bastard.
Played by Renee Zellweger and adapted from Helen Fielding's original novels, the character juggles work, romance, fashion, fads and friends, all while maintaining an uncanny attraction to awkward situations. From big pants to book launches, she's rom-com royalty and a cultural queen. Number 4, Mark Renton, the Trainspotting series.
I'm in the junkie limbo at the moment. Too ill to sleep, too tired to stay awake.
To a film considered one of Britain's cult classics and a story stacked with standout roles, but Mark Rentboy Renton is the most memorable of the lot. A heroin junkie who tries to turn his life around despite his unpredictable friends, we follow Mark through all manner of illegal highs and inconceivable lows. And as much as he tries to reform, the spectre of addiction shadows everything he does. A breakout role for Ewan McGregor, the actor revisited the part for T2 in 2017, scoring widespread praise more than 2 decades after the first film.
I'm 46 and I'm f***ed.
Number 3, Shaun Riley, Shaun of the Dead.
So what's the plan then?
We're going to the Winchester.
Armed with a cricket bat and unwavering optimism, Shaun steps onto our podium, having survived one of film's finest zombie invasions. When Z-Day strikes, he's on the verge of changing his life for the better. But before he can tackle the tick list on the fridge, the living dead descend onto London.
I'm taking a shortcut before.
An everyman in the apocalypse, Shaun is easily one of Simon Pegg's best performances, and a guiding light for British comedy, even if his record collection is a little suspect. Number 2, Harry Potter, the Harry Potter series.
I know what you did, Malfoy.
Given the massive popularity of the books, film version Harry might have buckled under the immense expectation, but the boy wizard swiftly became a big screen hero too. Unaware of his magical makeup until his 11th birthday, Harry endured most of his childhood at his inhospitable aunt and uncle's house in Surrey.
There's no such thing as magic.
But he left all that behind to go through the barrier of platform 9 3/4, headed for Hogwarts. 8 films later, and Daniel Radcliffe's Potter is probably one of the most recognisable movie characters on the planet.
Let's finish this the way we started. Together.
Number 1, James Bond, the James Bond series.
For England, James? No. For me.
Cue the fast cars, quick catchphrases and unrivaled combat skills. James Bond has been a standout bearer for the British action hero for decades, beating all types of baddies since the early 60s. A role undertaken by a string of high-profile actors, the super spy is suave, sophisticated, and he's never short of a stylish suit.
Perfect.
Every Bond movie carries a unique level of excitement, and the development of the character always draws attention, especially in later films. A behemoth of British culture, 007 is today's number 1.
Good luck, 007. Thank you, sir.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.